The day one of FIDE Women's World Cup started along with the main event, the FIDE World Cup, which is open. 103 strongest women chess players are playing in this knockout tournament. And these are the top 10. The world champion is also here, Ju and Jun. And even the challenger is playing. So it's a knockout event, and the top 25 players are getting a bye in the first round. They go directly to round two, where they will play against other opponents. Today was day one. So basically, each match has 3 days. Third day is optional. Like it depends on whether the match is tied or not. Day one is classical game one. Day two is classical game two. And if that is tied, then we go to day three, rapid tiebreaks. So today we had some very interesting games. I'm going to show you a few interesting positions between some top players. Let's go. In this position, the US young player Karissa Campbell played f4. She is all ready to crack open the king side. Now her opponent, who's rated 2212, Campbell's, played pawn takes b6, queen takes back. And now c5, takes and knight takes. Things look okay for white, right? The knight strong, fast pawn, and the bishop is okay. Rooks are good. But look at black's rooks over here, taking good control of the f file, which is about to open up. Takes, takes, and now knight f5. Here, knight a4 attacking the queen was played. The better option here for white would have been just to take the pawn. Queen takes a6, game goes on with queen b8. But at least for the suffering, you have one pawn in your hand. But knight a4, queen a7, not even giving the a pawn for free, keeping the queen on this diagonal. King h2, that was a blunder. This was still possible. Queen takes a6. It was still possible to take that pawn. And now king h2. This allows knight e3, a beautiful move by Karissa. Of course, if you take, there is a fork. And now there's a threat to the rook and bishop is hanging. And now knight's also going to jump to g4. Knight e6, what to do? Just knight g4 check, king moves, and here comes knight f2. You win the rook, you lose the rook, and then opponent just played knight c5, because if you can't really take here, right? You take back with check. So Karissa is already up material now. It's one piece up. Now she plays rook f2, crushing through the position. And after takes, the game is over after knight takes g2. A beautiful finish by Karissa. This is from Jennifer Yu's game, another US player. She was white in this position. The black player actually here played bishop f7. Sorry, Jennifer Yu played bishop c2. And here the black player played rook f2. Bishop d1. Rook comes in, and now king moves. And here the bishop is defended. So she played rook h1. This is where Jennifer Yu blundered. It's very difficult to play the right move here. There are only two moves, basically one way to keep it equal, and that is to attack the pawn, either with rook b8 or with rook d6. So rook b8 is the most direct move. So you're basically giving up the bishop for the pawn, but then it'll be a rook and knight versus a rook, which could be easily drawn. But instead, she played bishop to f3. This allows rook check, king moves, and if king had gone to a6, then b5, b4 is going to be a problem, which is why she went to b1, but now rook check, king moves, knight check, king moves, and then check, all checks, and then the bishop gets exchanged. And here knight takes bishop. And once the bishop is exchanged, I mean, here king takes is possible. She just plays rook f8 because the knight's anyway gone. Yeah. So knight gets taken, but the rook endgame is winning. The rook endgame is just winning, and she went on to push the pawn all the way to the end and win this. This is from the Indian superstar Divya Deshpande's game. Here, after rook to g7 attacking the pawn, normal move would be h3, but Divya plays a beautiful move, rook to h3. And now rook takes pawn happened, which is a mistake. So the correct move would have been just to go to d7, attacking the bishop. And you can't take the pawn. You can't give a check because king moves, and you can't take the pawn because rook takes bishop comes. If pawn takes, rook hangs. So that was a correct option. She plays rook takes pawn, and now Divya plays check. And now after rook blocks, if king had gone to g7, then just rook takes b6, and the position is still completely winning for Divya. In the game, rook check happened, rook g6, takes, and now rook came down and rook check, and the b pawn fell for free. Rook check, king moves up, and after pawn f3, rook check. Here it's over because the pawn falls, and it's too much material extra for Divya. This was a cracking game by Elaine Robbert, the best game of the round, I would say. You can see how well she has attacked here. Aggressive play, and it's all about to get opened up, the king side. All that is needed is the bishop to come out somehow, and then f6 or g6 at the right moment, or a sacrifice to crack open the position. So, seeing all that, her opponent, very low rated opponent, 1705 rated, Alpha WCM, she played knight takes pawn, giving up the piece. Makes it easier for the high rated player because now all white has to do is maintain the position because she's a piece up. She activates the pieces, and now queen f4, lot of exchanges, again exchanges, and the extra piece decides the game because there's no compensation for black. I mean, the only thing that black can try is getting this extra mass of pawns forward, but that's not enough. Now knight f5, the extra piece is sitting on a good square, and here Elaine Roberts played a very nice move, a very strong move that seals the deal. Can you find out what she played? Rook takes d5. If rook takes, there is mate, right? And if queen takes, what would have happened? Let's see. Knight e7, rook takes, and then mate. The killer move. So opponent played rook check, and rook just came back. So the pawn got taken for free. That was the only compensation black had, and that's gone. Now takes, and here it's a queen gone because mate was coming, and h6 played and queen gone. That is how Elaine Roberts, the young sensation from Netherlands, won this game.